Film industry and job titles that make you go, what the hell does that mean? Today's episode will be talking about the grips, as well as the key grip and best boy grip. What do those titles mean? And no, they are not lighting technicians. Hi, I'm Valerie. I was the key set costumer on Gilmore Girls. I'm going to explain this as best as possible. Grips are the people that set up flags in front of the light. They deal with the dolly track. They set up the dance floor. They set up apple boxes so actors can stand on it so that they can equalize their height. On Gilmore Girls, we had a couple tall actors, and whenever they were on screen with someone who was shorter than them, those shorter people sometimes had to stand on apple boxes to be at the right height so that the camera could have them both in frame. The grips are also responsible for tenting the buildings whenever we are shooting a scene that takes place in the middle of the night and it is daytime while we're shooting it. They're going to put black fabric, this is called duvetine, and the duvetine, it's kind of thick and it's fireproof. They put it over the openings, they close it up with big grip clips. They literally call them grip clips because the grips are the ones that use them. Now, where did the term grip come from? Back in the old days of early Hollywood, before unions even existed, workers would line up at the gates of the studio, and the key, which is the head of that department, did you know this? The reason that they are called the key is because they have the keys to the place, would go out to the gate and find the workers that were available to work that day. These guys would bring their own tools, which were in a grip. A grip at that time referred to a tool bag or some type of luggage that they would be bringing with them to work. The best boy is the right-hand person to the key grip. They're the ones responsible for putting orders in, filling out time cards, getting people booked, and they basically manage the truck and make sure that all the equipment is exactly where it needs to be, and they help get some of the equipment down to set. And what does the key grip do? Well, when they're on set, you have the DP, which is the director of photography, aka the cinematographer. You'll have the gaffer, aka the chief lighting technician, and then you will have the key grip. The key grip manages the set, assisting the DP, the gaffer, and all the departments, for example. So when the light hits the actor's face, these flags will change the way the light looks on their face. See how that worked? It's literally just an object that is placed in front of the light. Grips are also responsible for flying walls into the air. In the Dragonfly Inn, the area between the dining room and the lobby sitting area, that wall would literally fly up in the air anytime they needed to move. Speaking of walls, not only would they fly the walls up in the air, they would literally unscrew them from the ground and physically move them off to the side so that camera could get in and get shots that they would not normally be able to get if the wall was permanent. The dolly grip is the person that pushes the dolly, either on a dance floor, which the grips have set up, or on the dolly trap, which they also have set up. That's not the only thing that they do. Whenever the camera is moving, let's say it is a Steadicam and the Steadicam operator is holding the camera, the dolly grip is nearby, making sure the Steadicam operator is safe walking backward. Sometimes when it is like super windy, they will stand behind with a flag to prevent the wind. Whenever it's raining outside and it is not supposed to be raining, well, the grips will also set up a very large frame that will protect the actors that are underneath it from getting raindrops on them. And they don't just block the light, sometimes they actually bounce the light. They also have this device that they can set up that makes it so that the electricians don't have to set up anything. It's a silver giant board, and they will have these little square patterns to it with tiny little flecks of silver that kind of will catch the light in whatever way, and it helps bounce the light onto the actor. I am trying to remember if they deal with the filters. Let me ask my husband.
Grips put anything off the light in front of it.
So there might be gels too that they put in front of it.
Many gels that they put out there. Scrims outside the light. So the electricians will put anything on the light, grips put it in front of it. They're the grunts. They're the ones that do all the grunt work. They help carry all the heavy stuff upstairs where there's no ramps or elevators. They're the ones that put the tents up for video assist and the director and everybody else to sit under. They do a lot of stuff and kind of get a bad rap, and they shouldn't. Also do a lot of important stuff when it comes to any kind of car things. So they've set up all the hanging things for the cameras to sit on, the lights to be put on, and of course the insert car, which is also called the camera car, that has other equipment on it, including the director and video assist and everything. And they put the canvas stuff on top to make sure that people can see stuff. They do a lot of stuff. They're in there an hour, hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours before call to get all this stuff ready, depending on when it's needed.
Whenever you see a car and it's rocking, like it looks like it's going down the road and we're on a soundstage when we're shooting it, they're the ones that are like sitting on a board, like making it move.
The early days of early sound, we had what were called sound grips. Sound grips would hang the microphones from the green beds, or the actual perms, by ropes, because in the early days you couldn't move anything. Cameras didn't move, and of course microphones didn't move. When they eventually started making movable booms, big steel pipes that held the microphones above them, you had sound grips that actually pushed them when actors moved. And of course, they also moved cables. We had big cables, electricity going to the preamps in the microphones, and then of course the audio coming out.
Okay, thanks, Carl.
See ya.